Hello, Pieter solution in Juma, final control. As you can see, it's a very hot day in the Sabi Sand Game Reserve. I had my first swim today and everything, that's how hot it is. Pieter and Pete are out on the jigger. They are moving, everything is working, so we're just about to start with a PM safari, which is of course the ranger race. We've had 2 legs of it, Rexon and Patrick. I think Rexon had 31. Rexon had 41. I'm going to confuse myself. Let me go and look at the scores first and then we'll get that down. Any IDs you do have, do send them into race@wildearth.tv and then we can send that onto the jigger. And just remember, just into the subject line, your name and the ID. Otherwise, stay tuned. It's another minute to go and then we'll be on the 3rd leg of the ranger race. Thank you. Seconds to countdown. Standing by for an eye picture. Picture's looking good. Sound is good. Stand by for the countdown.
Copying is 5-5.
5, 4, 3.
Well, good afternoon everyone and welcome to a very hot Sabi Sands Game Reserve. I don't know how hot it is, but I'd guess probably 36, 38 degrees Celsius maybe. I tried to stop in the sun, but in the shade, but I see I've just stopped it. Pete's feet are in the shade, the rest is in the sun. It's quite a hot day out here, and I think the start of the drive we're going to find mostly things just taking it easy in the shade, and then as the afternoon gets towards evening, I'm sure the waterholes will get nice and busy. So looking forward to a lovely Sunday afternoon drive here in South Africa. As I said, Pete's in the sun on the back of the jigger behind the camera, Leeshan's in final control. My name is Pieter and you're live in the bush here with Wild Earth. So it's going to be a fun afternoon. We're also taking, it's part of the ranger race still this afternoon, spined animals or animals with a vertebra. If you see any of those around, I thought I saw one here just now. Please let us know what they are and we'll start the count. Leeshan asked me just to repeat the scores up to now. Rexon has got 7 and Patrick has got 9. So it's not a very difficult one. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do with that. Oh no, sorry, that's a different thing I'm thinking of. Rexon's got 41, so Rexon is in the lead. Patrick had 39 last night. And I think I'd like to get, if I can, I'd say 50 would be a very good total if we can get enough things that are moving around this afternoon.
Before the race I thought 50 would be easy, but
it's not as
gets
easy,
quite tricky, yeah?
No, this is actually just, there are others up ahead, but that's just such a nice view of one of the antelope species. Just because it's skylined, you can see it nicely on the horizon line. This is a female, and you can recognize it from the big ears, and I'll give you a hint, it's not an elephant.
Patricia, Barbara, Jan and Linda have come in with Homo sapien.
Homo sapien, the thinking man. Thanks. Might be a bit of a overstatement, but appreciate that. And
at least I think you have a spine.
Yeah, at least I think I've got a spine. That's a good start. And I think I'm a thinker. Okay, we'll have a look at some more of those just now. There's a couple of antelope around here, so it's going to be nice to start with some of the bigger things. Hey, look at those ones flying off. Maybe we can get them. They're not the easiest to see always. I believe these ones actually made up a There's one there, a little bit down, I think. Let's get a bit closer to them. I would like to get these guys. They're not always that easy to see. They make a very characteristic sound. I think that's actually how they were ID'd last time. There's one sitting up still.
The screen is a bit...
It's very difficult. It's so bright out here.
To the
That
right,
one is...
where in the tree is it?
The right hand side, where they were just now, further to the right, there's like a branch sticking out. So let me just wait, just hold it there. I'll put my finger on it. But there somewhere, I can't see it, but it should be in that space. There it is, isn't it?
Linda, we've got Janice in with Kudu.
Yeah, there it is.
We've got Brian in with Mystery Bird.
Mystery Bird.
And David Hill with Arrow Marked Babler.
Good job. Was David the one that got it yesterday as well?
Yes, he was.
Good job, David. Aramark Bablo, otherwise sometimes referred to as the Talking Ladies by the Shangaan and the Zulu name. I did also see another antelope that was just disappearing. They were with these kudus. Now I'm going to skip them now and then we're not going to see one again. There it goes. I don't know if we're going to get an ID from this. It's very difficult through the bush. I think one of the benefits here is that we've got a lot of experienced game drivers with us. A little bit, yeah, and there we go. Quite a fluffy looking antelope. Actually, they're quite rough and coarse up close, very bristle-like hair. About the same size actually as kudu, a little bit chunkier, but maybe slightly shorter on the leg, but a little bit chunkier in body. And we see them often around the waterhole area. They were here earlier today. Yeah, let's try and get you a view of the head. There you go. You can see the sort of fluffy neck. They look a little bit like donkeys sometimes at a quick glance. Alright, maybe we can get an ID from that one. Might see some more of those again. What are we already on 3?
And we've got Caroline, Jennifer, Patricia, Janice, all with Waterbuck. David Hill says, great kudu, oops, no, Waterbuck.
There, about somewhere in that tree. There it is. Let's try and get you a better view. Slightly left, I think.
Are we correct?
Where is it? There it is. Yes, thank you. Waterbuck. And this is one. Shish, I don't even know if I can ID it from this angle. But here's another one. Let's try this one. We can see if we can get an ID on this one. It's a bit difficult with the light. But here's another one in the same family, but a different species. Just to the left of this bush in the shade. In fact, here's another one of the one we just saw as well. But the one close to the edge, left-hand edge of the bush.
If I can interrupt, Madeline, Janice, and Linda, and Carol, and Laura also came in with Waterbuck.
Fantastic, thank you. Lots of IDs coming in. I think people are quite trained by now. They're like so quick on it.
Sure.
But we get a look at that one. It's disappeared now.
It, so
and then here's one to the left. So we've got 2 species. Where's this one?
No?
Difficult to... It's bright out here, huh? Bit more left. There it is. Right. Isn't it this one? Oh, it's flown off. But we'll get those again.
Yeah.
It's actually the same one on the branch earlier, so maybe someone had that one.
Yeah, I'm just going to get cut into the waterhole. I've got 2 for you there.
2?
If people can...
The waterhole's playing along, huh? Same as before. I can't even keep up. Luckily we've got Leishan keeping count for us because I'm lost already. 2 things down at the waterhole. I presume there'll be mammals in order to see them from there. And we're going to look at these ones.
David, Patricia, Carol, Jan, Patricia again and Carol, but with Cape Turtle Dove and Emerald Spotted Dove.
Oh, brilliant. The people know their doves, huh? People know their birds, actually. I think I'm going to see today that I'm a bit rusty on some of my little brown jobs, but We've had some things down at the waterhole. As soon as we come back to the vehicle, we've got a very known antelope back here on the vehicle with us as well. And yeah, thank you for those good birds. Okay, we're back here. Look at these guys. We know them well. Most common antelope around here. And just a very good idea on those birds. The Cape turtle dove wasn't the easy one, just because of the position it was sitting. The emerald spotted dove or emerald spotted wood dove, one of my and I know Leishan's favorite bird out here. Right. Okay, so we've got the two IDs from the waterhole still to come. What's that, Leishan?
David, Patricia, Jennifer, Carol, Caroline, Madeline, and Marika. With Cape Buffalo and a red-billed oxpecker.
Nice.
Oh, good one. Yes, imagine we can get a yellow-billed oxpecker this afternoon. That'll be bonus points, must be. Well, good job. So we've got some birds already. Cape Buffalo. I'm sure we're going to get an ID just now on those antelope behind us. Gee, that was almost there. Did you hear that on those
It's not easy.
antelope behind us? Speaking of red-billed oxpecker, hey, this one's flying off, but I'm sure it's going to sit. Yeah.
We've got Caroline, we've got Janice, Carol, Patricia, Marika again, Barbara, oh, Impala.
Impala. And this one has just flown off, has
There
it?
it is. There it is.
Oh, is it still there?
Yep.
Oh, good job. I can't even... Oh, there it is. I can't even see it with the naked eye. And this is, again, there's various ones in the same family. We did have a red-billed oxpecker just now. It's nice to see a lot of the trees flushing. That's one thing I have noticed in the 2 weeks we've been gone. Lots of little flowers and leaves on the trees popping open. Oh, I think we're just going to sit here for the next half an hour.
You had a nice, was it the Oriole this morning, yeah? With,
Yes, that was
on the
stunning.
bluebeam. Yeah.
But did you notice, Pieter, it was just, I mean, it was pure luck, but eventually we couldn't see any of the birds, and I focused in on one of the nicest flowers, and then the Oriole flew onto it. It was brilliant.
Cool. It was actually nice. Actually, we showed it later to Patrick Siebel was here from Seasons in Africa with his family. And
I was here today.
Yeah, just come in to say hi and
Yeah.
show his children and his wife the final control and things.
Yeah.
And
Oh, cool.
We showed them about the archives and stuff, and there was actually just like listen that shot. It was beautiful.
Oh, is it where it flew in? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice one. How's Patrick? Is he well?
Yeah, he's well. He's on his way to the Seychelles. Nice.
Shame, huh?
It's a tough life.
Let's just have a quick look at this one. It's just flown down onto the ground to feed again. And even though we did see it, I'm not sure if we got enough. This one's actually, there's a few different species of this family out here. And there's another one that we see more often, but we see these fairly often enough. I'm sure many of you can recognize it. They've got a slightly thinner bill or sort of longer bill. Alrighty.
You must excuse me, I wasn't watching, so I don't know if Janice is right in saying, you know, gold hornbill. I also have
Not-
Jan, who came in with a yellow gold hornbill. Marika came in with a red gold hornbill.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yes.
Good job, Marika. I thought there might be a little bit of confusion with those. So also, as the afternoon cools down and the light gets a bit less harsh, it'll be easier to get those subtle differences. At the moment it's very bright, so I feel a little bit like sort of walking on the snow. It's just super bright. This is always this time of the year. Lishan, where are we now count-wise? Must be close to 10 or something already.
35.
No, can't be. Impala, kudu, waterbuck, buffalo, red-billed.
It's 10.
There's another one.
I was
On the
gonna
ground
say.
there, Pieter, on the left. Past the tree.
Oh, good spotting. This is actually a bird that Leishan was just earlier today impressing me with by IDing correctly. Again, we get... Did he just go behind the tree trunk or did he fly off?
I'm not sure. Just as I was.
I was just looking around this
Anyway.
side, but we should get another one of these again. Oh, there it's gone up in the tree. You know, I'm actually going to cut across quarantine here. I want to go try something close by quickly before we move on. And I'm going to try and get slightly better light on this one. This one can be a bit tricky again. Let's see if people can ID it from the shape. Because you're not going to get the color. Oh, there it goes. We'll get another one. There's some good ones coming up ahead.
Oh.
But we should have a ranger race one day just on quarantine.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, limit the area. Or
Yeah.
Just Or have people sit on quarantine, or have people sit at a waterhole and then just see?
Yeah, or you do. They can choose a waterhole. So each, any of the waterholes, but each individual guide, even if they pick the same one, but that's for another time. This afternoon we're going to get as many animals with spinal cords as we can. I'm convinced we can get a whole bunch. There's some cricket on at the moment,
Yay.
so I'm going to go for a half century. Again, you get different ones of this family, but in this area that we're in, you only get this one. You don't get the other species.
David is quick. Helmeted guinea fowl.
Very quick, thank you. Helmeted guinea fowl.
Jennifer and Caroline and Janice and Joan and Carol also came in with the same on.
Thank you. Lots of big fingers this afternoon.
It's nice. They showed up about just over a week ago, I think. Ever since then, every night they come to the waterhole, the guinea fowl.
Guinea fowl.
That night, there's close to 100 of them, I believe.
Yeah, there's a big batch of them around. It's funny, I mean, in the previous years, sorry, and you guys might guess where I'm heading, but I want to introduce you to friends of mine as well. And they're not humans, so they'll count as another spined animal. But
remember last time, eh?
yeah, I'll just say nothing. But I hope they're around. Pete, in the previous years when I was guiding here, and even the first 2 years of Wild Earth, we never saw a helmeted guinea fowl.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first year where there's just suddenly, this massive, big group of them.
There's one when you need one.
Yeah, I think they're inside maybe, just to avoid them from making noise. But they're just such good friends of ours as well that I whenever I get the chance to spend some time with them. I think they're in the house. In the house. So we're not going to bother them now. Dembi. And Dakubela 20 or Mampipan. Can you open quickly? Yeah, open the door for me, please. I want to booger. Let's see which one gets you first. I'll bring him over as well.
Leopard.
Yeah. Hello. Say hello there. Guys, I just want to introduce you to this one. We've had the other one around before. This specific one is also one of my favorites. And Pieter and myself are house sitting at the moment for Pippa and Yuri, which is fantastic always for us to enjoy the space and also in the company of these little ones. You famous?
Betsy!
Betsy, listen. Listen, she's talking to you. She's talking to you.
No, Betsy!
Yeah, she's such a great
Okay,
little...
we've got Patricia, Dan, David, Robert, Madeline, Caroline, Barbara, and Nora coming in with domestic dogs. Barbara actually came in with Jack Russell, also Caroline with Jack Russell.
Specific Jack Russell. Patsy.
Who's coming?
Great little characters as well.
Counting us?
Yes, of course. They've got spines. She's quite a great little dog actually, Patsy. I've known her for a long time now. What's the rarest spine thing that's been counted so far, do you think?
The rarest?
You guys have any rare birds or?
I'm not sure about the rare. We saw a red crested koran, which is quite nice.
That's cool.
Well, I think November sparrow was definitely the first one I saw.
There's the one we haven't seen. It's going to be a difficult ID. Oh, it's going to be impossible ID. It's flown off. Now the November sparrow is quite rare, or quite special.
No, that looks on the nice side. It's not something that really stands out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Patrick spotted a chameleon during daylight.
I saw last night, or yesterday, yeah.
During daylight.
It's quite amazing, both in daylight, but also just the fact that it's probably the first chameleon we've seen since last summer.
Oh.
Literally, I mean, I don't think I've seen one since April, May somewhere. There's a couple more. We haven't. Again, there's two there, but the one closer to us, Pete, just in the tip of the shade there. And this is going to be a difficult, very difficult ID. It's a bit smaller than the one we had earlier that's named after a sea tortoise. That's what they sound like. Did we get it or shall I move a bit? Yeah, it's just landed on that branch, but again the light is very tricky. But have a close look at the neck, and you'll notice that there's no ring on the neck, and it's got a bit of a like a pinkish sort of sunsetty color on the chest. Oh, it's flown off again.
No, it's still there.
Is it still on the branch?
Yeah, it's still on it.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, sorry, I was looking at a different one, but yeah,
okay.
they're both. It's the same. Both of them are the same species.
Which is good.
Yeah. Let me turn a bit. If we get I'm sure someone would already have it, but let's just get a nice bit of light on it so we can get a positive ID on this one. Oh, don't fly. The light's difficult. It's super bright out here today.
I think it should have.
Once again, David was the quickest on the mark with his laughing dove.
Thanks, David. Seems David's into his birds a bit. Laughing dove. We've got the three major doves in the area: turtle, emerald spotted, and laughing.
Patricia, Laura, Randy, and Janice also came in with laughing dove.
Brilliant.
And may I ask a question? What is the morning dove? Madeline ID'd it as the morning dove.
You get a morning dove as well, which is... I'm a bit rusty actually now. I don't know if I've seen one or if you see them around here. I'm sure you should. But they look just a little bit different. Not very different. Same as the red-eyed dove, for instance, that we also get here, but it's not often you see them. The red-eyed dove looks very similar to the turtle dove, except that it's slightly larger. It's got a little bit of red around the eye, but nothing major. Okay, I'm going to head for Treehouse Dam. The waterholes will also be a good place to check this afternoon for smaller and larger animals. Do a quick...
We happen to Renee and company also quite often. We're looking in the tree and say, oh, look at that bird, and then it's this and this, and I look at it and say, no, it's not that bird.
Yeah.
And I say, yes, it is, look. But then we're looking at different birds.
Even with the explanation, sometimes you can still get to two different birds.
It's quite funny.
Plus it's fun.
In a moment, especially if it's a special, then it even creates a little bit of tension. Like,
yeah, what do you mean is that?
Oh,
yeah, wow, good spot. It's nice to add the birds into things as well because there's so many of them. This should be an easy one to recognize for many of you. It's always nice to take a super duper photograph of these ones. Very bright blue and turquoise colors. And even though it's facing away from us, you should be able to get this one. They've got a beautiful coloration on the breast as well. And again, you get different species. One of them will actually be coming here only in the next couple of weeks. We'll start seeing them. They migrate down from Europe, but this species stays here all year round. Let me just roll a bit forward. There's another one just sitting in this marula tree. Maybe we can get a look at this one as well. It's the same species by the looks of it. We get 3 of these, or 3 species of this family in this area, but this time of year only 2. This one's just flown off. Beautiful in flight as well, beautiful blue in the wings. Well, it feels like we're on a roll.
Yeah.
Lots of things happening.
Look at this
True enough, 2 different terriers, but one species, even though a slightly different race of dog.
Carol, Linda, Bobby, Marika, Brian, Robert, David, Barbara, Caroline, Diane, Laura, Isla, Patricia, and Robert, all typed in Winston, Lilac-breasted roller.
The lilac-breasted roller. Where's Jean-Pierre? We need a Frenchman to answer this question for us. Lilac-breasted roller. Thank you very much. There was a lot of quick IDs there. Let's first. I'm going to leave Treehouse Dam for a little later. I want to get to Leadwood Road. We had a fantastic sighting this morning. It was a bit quick but beautiful. And I want to try and have a look around there before the game drives head out. We will swing past Twin Dams en route. The waterholes will play a big role this afternoon in getting lots of species.
Oh yeah, talking about waterholes, we saw 3-banded plovers.
All right. At Gary or Buffelshoek?
No, that was Treehouse.
Treehouse?
Yeah.
That's nice. Because there's some that normally Buffelshoek we see them quite often, but look a little bit careful for them. They're a bit small. There's one we don't easily, it's a bit far maybe. But you see straight to our right, 90 degrees, that first little acacia. It's going to be a long shot. Right there where my fingertip is, I think.
Center.
It's in that, and a little bit, oh no, it's flown off now. That's the problem. Okay, it's flown again. Let me just, did you see on the ground there's that little bit of yellow leaves? That's a Bushman's grape in it. So you see them there. Quite tricky to ID, but they should stick around. It seems they're feeding on some insects around, so let's just watch them a little bit.
Just behind it.
Yeah, it's hidden now, but I think they'll fly back to that Bushman's grape again if we're lucky. There's also one up in the tree, but we won't be able to ID that. That's too difficult to see.
I see some movement outside.
Yeah, these are very little. Oh, that's why, yeah. But even if she hears it, if she can hear it on the microphone, then people should. But we'll turn it up just now a bit more. Unfortunately, the radio in front here is struggling a little bit with volume. Yeah, let's leave these for now. We'll try and find some of them again. Little guys, little blackbird with a bit of a white splash in the wing, but they are quite, like a lot of small birds tend to be quite sort of fleeting. Not always easy to see them. What we need is like a nice big snake with about 20 different bird species chasing it around, like a big mob of them. Just sit there and just ID like, yeah, just get like 11, 12 in one whack.
What?
Robert came in with Waxbill. I don't think we can count that one, unfortunately, even though it's a good try, Robert. Robin. Let's turn that one up here. Unfortunately, this one is not. Okay, well, we've got 2 radios on that.
Try again, Lishan.
Let's see, Lishan, give us another radio sound check.
my microphone here.
Yeah, let's see if we get this guy here. If we can get him, it's a bit of a difficult one. Nah, let's leave this one, it's too difficult. We'll get another one of those. They so widespread in Africa that you should be able to get another one. Robin was saying a wax bill, and it unfortunately it wasn't, even though it was about the same size. Up it, but then we won't be able to hear you, huh?
If I put it here, sure.
Is it? Alright, cool. We're going to try and make a plan so you can hear the radio better. Guys, I think that...
Guessing.
Yeah, I like the attempts, I do appreciate them, but I think that last one was not possible to see it enough to ID. But again, I actually, Madeline, like your... I mean, it's not just a wild guess, because I was saying it's a black bird with white on the shoulder, and even if the ID comes in now, we won't count it, we'll have to see one. But magpie shrike does look like that. In fact, it's got very similar markings to a magpie shrike, but it's about the size of a wax bill. So if someone can guess it just from those clues, it'll be interesting. Yeah? Dusky indigo bird. Not that one. But I'll give you more tips. Like I said, we won't count that one out until we see one again. But you mentioned the Ovambo sparrowhawk that you saw. You also get another one of that species, the one we didn't see but sort of tried to see, that also has Ovambo as the species specific. This one is called the southern something something, and then you get the black something. That's just for the guys that really are into their birding. What I'm saying now sounds like gibberish to you, don't worry. Let's give us a radio check. Affiliation, can you... Oh, we're breaking up a little bit down at the Wardell. I don't know if there's activity there. Otherwise, we're getting closer to twin dams now. I'm hoping we should get at least 2 or 3 species there. I'm going to chat to the game guys quickly as well. Good afternoon, stations. Just here on Twin Dams Road, heading down to Twin Dams, and then we'll take it from there. Actually, you know what? I was going to head to Leadwood Road to go look for Karula on them, but I know that they actually left this morning.
And Jennifer, Patricia, Robert, Janice.
Laura, Madeline, and Ursula. Coming in with Egyptian goose. I think I'm too loud.
Yeah, I can't hear properly. What was that? Egyptian goose. Where was that?
The waterhole.
Oh, okay, cool. Perfect. So I'm a bit lost there. I was going to say that looked more like an antelope to me. Right, well, we're going to play around with the sound a bit. We will get it better for you. Cool. Good job, Jennifer. I don't think we got a very long look at that. It was a Nyala bull following some females. They were just leaving the waterhole, so we did get some luck here around Treehouse Dam. Twin Dams, I mean.
You are on 16.
16.
Not a lot of water left.
Yeah, no, this is drying out quick. Plus, it's now also the days. I mean, you can imagine when it's as hot as it is today. Oh,
What was that?
no, they're going to fly off. I was going to say, also difficult things to find. There's some golden-tailed woodpeckers. There we go. Right in the top of the branch. Again, you get different species within the family. And this one is probably the most relevant IDing feature on it, is that ring around the eye, or the sort of yellow-orangey around the eye. Quite interesting what it's singing. It's just mimicking that. It wasn't making its normal sound. Not common to hear these guys mimicking other birds. Let's go a bit forward, have a look at the water as well. I did see a couple of things there we haven't seen yet. I'm sure we'll get that one. It's one of the colourful birds in this area. Very good job. Cape Glossy Starling. Takes us to 17. Got a couple more birds here. Let's stop here for now, and then and then we'll move again. They're actually, again, speaking of families and species, they're actually in the same family, these ones. That one is one that you don't see so often in daytime, but around the water more often. And then the ones to the right you see also around water, but they typically more in the daytime. This one has also got an older name and a newer name. Same as these ones actually. There's a newer and an older name for both of these birds we're looking at now. And I can also hear another bird ahead of us here. Yes, we're waiting for 3 bird IDs. Yeah, you can see them both in the same picture. And then still that, oh no, we had the Cape Glossy, sorry, Lane and everyone else had the Glossy Starling already. So we've got these 2 to come in. Let's have a look at these in front of us quick bit, even though it's very difficult to ride into the light.
No,
2 of them just flew off, so I'm thinking this one might fly.
In the tree on the ground?
Very difficult, hey?
On the ground?
Halfway up. See the first sort of... Oh, there it goes, but we'll get another look at them. Actually, let's give a bit of a... Perfect, David. There's one in the distance sitting on the branch. This is a bit of a... Perfect. Blacksmith lapwing or blacksmith plover, water dikkop. Where is that?
Oh wait, I'm in the wrong tree. There it is.
A little to the right. Yeah, it's a bit of a far ID, but I thought we'll give you a test here. See who can ID this from the shape of the bird. Otherwise, we'll try and find another one. It's got a fairly distinctive shape. Ach, it's gone away. So shy
Treading on
sometimes.
thin ice here.
Ach, I like to tread on thin ice on hot days like today.
Bit of ice wouldn't. Yeah,
I was going to say, any ice will do for me, even if I have to make it myself.
Even falling through would be a nice occasion.
Yeah, I volunteer. Yeah, well, I'm just going to sit here for a little bit, a couple of minutes, see if there's anything else that comes for a drink. Let me just put us in the shade here. It's quite a nice seat. This waterhole is, we'll almost see it drying up on a daily basis now. I started saying earlier, and then I think we saw something, but when it's this hot, the evaporation is massive. Let's have another look at this water dikkop or water thickney. Actually, water thickney, I guess, being the correct answer. Dikkop is the old name, but quite nice looking birds. And as I said, they're actually more active at night. Charles again. Afternoon, Charles. How's it going?
Good. And also hot and yourself?
Yeah, exactly the same. Charles, I'm just here at Twin Dams area now, and I didn't quite copy the guys earlier. Where did they say it was the last they saw those ingress this morning?
The one of them on Pimpan was up Tentoma, and some of us with one on Pimpan inside Lower.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to just book around a little bit. You're also coming here, huh?
Yeah, I think.
Sean, Jennifer, Carol, Jan, Caroline, David, Linda, Elaine, Bobby, Laura, Madeline, Robert, Michael Rice, and Barbara with Grey Lily.
Good job. Lots of grey lilies coming in.
Or, as Robert points out, the grey go-away bird.
The grey go-away bird. Thank you, Robert. Never been a big fan of the go-away name, actually. Prefer Lurie. Beautiful colours around these plovers, all the greenery and the algae and things on the water.
Yeah, positive.
Robert is coming with cover.
You got to update on Karula and Baprikon. Where are they now? I've got some of the guys are still busy trying to locate, but when they left them this morning, they were north of Tin Dam inside Mulawati. Okay, lovely. Who they come from? Let us know, thank you.
Who's that?
Any sign of Ngalas in your property, or?
Oh, it's Mkori. Right, well, I thought there's going to be some other birds coming down, but I think let's...
But these identified now by audience.
Yeah, they've both been the water thickney and the blacksmith lapwing.
Okay.
About three or four IDs on the lapwing, on the thickney, and then a bunch on the plover. I'm going to look around a little bit more for Karula and the boys from this morning. They might be somewhere around here. If we can't find them, then we'll continue on. But yeah, it's always this. My score is 20.
19.
20, I think. We won 17 after the starling, then we had the lapwing, the dikkop, and the go-away birds.
I just want to say something different. Just in case.
Just a test. It's correct, Alicia. 20. Keep me in suspense. Up to 20 I can keep up. After that the counting becomes difficult. I run out of toes and fingers. Actually I can go probably up to about 500 if I count the grey hairs that I'm having popping out more and more. To have our sharpest eyes open. Oh, I can hear a bird that's not easy to see. Oh, well, actually, there's. Maybe fit through there. You see the main trunk, not the first one on the right, the second one. It goes away and then it curves into two. If you zoom right into that, I need to get my stick and I can point into that sort of curvature. I don't know if the camera's maybe the right. So you see what I mean? If you go into the trunk that goes away from us and it splits into two, it makes like a soft. It's just dumped away, just in there. Very difficult to see though.
The camera's lower, so
yeah, that's
secure camera.
There's another one behind us. Let me just try and move a bit. We've seen one of the species earlier, but we haven't seen this one yet. We tried earlier, but we missed it. This will be an interesting ID from underneath. We're going to give you all the difficult IDs. It seems there's a lot of fundies on the vehicle. Can you get it there? Is it a bit too high? It's on just above us here in the leaves. See it here? Just on the right above us here, this first clump of leaves.
Yeah, but this.
That's going to be a virtually impossible ID. We'll find one of these again. Oh wait, jumping. What are you doing? We'll get another one. They're fairly widespread.
As I'm going to the river, I've got 2 Ds.
You got a what? Something at the waterhole.
2 on 1, 2 in 1.
Let's see what we get.
Whatever, Oxtaker.
Didn't you have that before already?
We had them earlier.
Oxtaker was on the buffalo.
And that's from earlier, isn't it?
Yes, but I've got 2 again.
Oh, you've got 2 again.
Oh.
I can guess what they are.
Another duo.
I like the ones that come in pairs. If you could find a snake with then it can be like a straight flush. Snake with birds chasing it. Let's have a careful look around here. Try and spot something that doesn't change its spots.
Batan and Patricia and Jennifer and Robert and Robin and Marita and Barbara, all coming in with terrapin and hippopotamus.
In the road, can you see it? Is it too close to us still? Just visible or what?
Yeah.
I don't see my monitor.
No, it's just.
Copy.
Just move back a little
Yeah,
bit.
we copy.
Yeah, got it.
Thanks, Leishan. Sorry, we're just maneuvering here as well. So again, it was, did they get both right, huh?
Terrapin needs something more.
Indeed.
Yeah, we need the terrapins.
Helmeted.
The what?
Helmet.
Helmeted.
A helmeted terrapin.
That's one of the names.
Alright. Then did we get to see this one before it ran off?
I think we got it.
This is one of my favorite birds that always make noise early morning, late afternoon. Thank you very much for the 2 IDs there on... Oh! There's a bird we don't see often at all. Sure, it's going to be very difficult.
Baby with crested Franklin.
Somewhere there. Good job in the crested Franklin. Where's it gone now? I just saw not the Franklin. I saw another bird that's flown off now, huh? Yoch, if we can see this one, it'll be cool.
Big or small one?
Small one. They've got beautiful songs. The specific one has got some nice markings as well. Good job in the crested Franklin. No, this little one's gone. Babblers in there as well, but it's Well, I didn't find the bigger thing I was looking for, but there's birds there. Oh, don't run, little animal. We're going to see it. I think it's gone, huh? Let's see if we might glimpse it. It's an antelope, small one. Gone now, Pete. I'm too low down here. Now we'll have to find another one.
Pieter Franklin. There was David Bryan, Caroline Bobby, Janice, Laura, Carol, and Patricia. All coming in with the Crescent Franklin.
Fantastic. Lots of good IDs in the Crescent Franklin. There's Andrew. There's a number of vehicles. We'll be hitting Gowrie Mania. It's always a busier road. How's it? Good, man.
Oh, that was weird.
Hey?
No, for a minute, just as he drove up, he looked like a friend of mine.
Oh, right.
From the UK.
But like a lot like him.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what is he doing here? Benjamin Martin.
Have you guys had more than one species of terrapin ID'd on drives?
No, we had the helmeted as well on the first one with Rex. But obviously there's another possibility. But we checked the footage later and you could clear it from the back seat and that it was this one. So we counted it.
It was a nice tree this
Pieter got bad luck yesterday. We missed lots of stipples like Nyala, Kudu, the terrapin.
Oh, is it?
A couple of sound issues. Yeah. It's the look of the draw.
Yes, it is.
Water terrapin sheep and marsh terrapin. I would know what kind of terrapin it is.
Well, helmeted and marsh is the same one. Cape terrapin is another name
There
for
was a
that.
freshwater one too.
Is the helmeted and the marsh the same? Huh? I always just knew it as the marsh, but
Yeah, it's the same name, same species.
same one. Okay, well, we're slowly sort of going to variance in the names. Same as with the mammal races, the first sort of 10-15 it's quick, or the first 10-12. Up to here I think 25-30 it's quite easy going, and then it's like got to scratch around for each one after that. Ooh, that little one. This one we're going to get. They stick around the same area. They're actually even territorial. And there we go. Now again, it's a species that there's quite a few different species of, or a family should I say. And we got him. He's right on that left hand. He's got to go out a bit. Where is he now? He's right on that. Is that him? Should be. Let me go a bit forward. We'll get him skyline. He's right on this far left branch. Up a little bit. Up a little bit.
Got to start from the tree. Yeah.
Now in this family there's a number of species. Most of them actually only come down here in summertime. They either summer residents or summer visitors. This is actually the only one in the family that stay the whole year. Beautiful colors, even in this very harsh afternoon light you can still see the lovely sort of lime green colors, yellow, black, white, stunning markings, and incredible flyers, very, very acrobatic flyers. They actually catch various insects that they eat, mostly while flying around on the wing. So really, really quick and nimble flyers, quick on the wing. It's quite a nice one, didn't get to see them all the time.
Actually, Rick saw one as well.
How is it?
Valerie Berry with little bee eater.
Good job, Valerie.
And in the same area, there was it.
Also Patricia. And Bobby and David.
And Bobby and David and Patricia, lots of little bee eater IDs.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one that's a trickier one. I don't know if we'll see it. It's on the termite mound. They put sort of in the middle. Let me go around here. This will be a difficulty. If we do get this one, I'll be quite stoked. Yeah, there's some little bee eaters around Treehouse Dam, and then also Gary Cutline. There's another pair that lives there.
And listen to Janice and Carol, Jean-Pierre, Madeline in that too.
No, it's blown off. Fantastic. Lots of IDs in the little bee eater.
Still in that bush. Maybe
Yeah,
for
we'll
that
try and get a look, but these ones, they're always shy. There's one at Buffelshoek Dam that's not that shy, so try and get him again.
Also, Caroline and Ishla.
Ah, I can hear one. Here it is.
This first bush.
Yeah, right in this bush, right, where are we? Right in the middle there. It's very difficult to see. I'm not sure, the camera might be a bit high. There, wait. Can you get it, Pete? Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Focus.
You might be able to hear it. Oh, there the tail's fanning open. You can see that white band on the tail.
That should help in the ID.
Yeah. I love these little birds and their songs. They mimic other birds sometimes. That starling earlier was a bit of a funny call. Let's see if I roll back a little bit maybe. Oh, it's just moved for us. Brilliant. Now you might be able to see some more markings. They've also got some markings on the wing. Also part of the ID. Also some markings on the brow. Also worthwhile looking at. But it's difficult with the light. But maybe you can make out some of it. It's actually sitting just in the shade of this big tree. It's perfectly positioned to have a bit of shade.
Some markings on the chest you can see now.
I can see a little bit of the little speckles there. Sort of sounds like that, it's just prettier. Let's try and get next to it. It might fly, but
Oh, wait.
oh, it's just turning again. Brilliant.
Perfect.
That's good, huh? We should get an ID from that.
Yeah, you could clearly see the head markings,
Yeah.
the shape of the bill,
Lovely bird.
the petals on the wings. Yeah.
With birding, actually, Pete, you're more into birding than I am even, but the bill is actually a very important point to start from. It's like IDing trees. People try and ID trees by looking at the tree. Start by looking at the leaves and how the leaves are put together, or the bark. And with birds, the bill is often a very good indication to at least show you whether it eats insects or seeds. Sort of short, stocky bills are often for seed eaters, and then the longer, thinner bills are insect eaters. This one you can see is an insect eater.
Also,
What is that? What is that in that to the right of it? Just down and right. This looks like is it a snake skin? Let me go a bit closer. Maybe this bird flies off. Maybe it stays. There's something interesting in the tree as well. Oh no, it's.
Okay, listen, I don't know what it is, but interesting. The chip's got that teeth. Robin thinks it's a thrush. I don't know.
Oh, we must get this bird. Now it's sitting better for us. Let's see. Don't fly. Oh, there it is. The fan opening tail again. Black tail with a white edge on it when it fans open. Can we see it there or not? Yeah, there it is. Oh, this could help. This could be good. The light is better.
I've purposely overexposed now to get the bird out.
Oh, look at that. Look at the wing markings. The throat and the chest markings, like Pete mentioned earlier, also above the eye. Markings there.
And so it's very talkative, whatever it is. Elaine says it's a rattling testicular. And Valerie says it's a white-browed scrub robin.
Good job, Valerie. White-browed scrub robin or white-browed robin. Actually, it does have a very similar shape to a rattling testicular. It's just slightly larger. Now it's just changed its tune slightly. Can you hear that, Leishan?
And you are on 25. Yes, we can hear it. Like Dan says, it's very talkative.
Ah, beautiful. One of my favorite bushveld birds. White-browed scrub robin. We're on 25.
Now one thing, in addition to what you said, Peter, with the bill shapes and things.
Yeah.
Once you have a bird book, also apart from these they typically groups, so you know that if you see like a conical bill, you know that's the end of that's towards the end of the book, so you can quickly.
You can use it to find the book or the page as well.
Yeah, bill is that's very helpful.
This is another.
Add to that, Madeline, David, and Suzanne also came in with white, brown, scrub robin.
Oh, fantastic!
The big one.
Right in the distance. This is going to be another testing ID. That green acacia in the distance. I think this, in fact, these same individuals have been spotted by various people. They live around here. This is going to be a challenging one. We might see another one later, but we might not. So.
Let me just see if I can light it a bit better.
These birds have got incredible flight behavior. Now again, like lots of other bird names, their name changed a few years ago, but the earlier name is still used, I think, sort of in popular naming because it's such a beautiful name, and it actually refers to their flight patterns. They do this very interesting sort of dipping from side to side when they look around for food, either to hunt or carrion. They also eat carrion quite often. Quite often they're there even before the vultures get there. But a very long shot. I think someone should be able to ID it for us.
Jennifer. Hold on. Jennifer, Caroline, Janice, Robert, David, Madeline, all came in with Warburg Eagle.
It's interesting how people would often all come in with the same. Well, actually, let me get my binoculars,
No, it's not.
Is it? I was going to say.
No.
I've got something in mind just from the body shape.
No, wait, correction. Jennifer and Madeline said it's a Batelier.
All right.
And the rest were Warburg Eagle. And Sean was a brown snake eagle.
So this is actually quite a tricky idea.
I can see from the back of the tail almost.
Yeah, you can see the back of it there. Yeah. Good job. Batelier. I can hear myself.
How can you? Is the radio still open?
Hey?
The radio channel must have still been open.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This was what we
So
can.
they all came back, David, Pieter, Robert and Brian. Just to say that, oops.
It is a Batelier, but it shows you that, well, in this case, I guess, like Pete said there, the key was the tail. It's that juvenile, so it is still brown. It doesn't have the adult coloration yet. I immediately thought it was a Batelier when I spotted it, but then when I looked at the binoculars, I also thought maybe Warburgs with the coloration. But it's a Batelier or a short-tailed snake eagle.
While we are on scores, would you be able to give me an update on Protea score?
I did it all on, I just switched channels.
Cool, no rush.
Protea's England. Is this the World Cup or something?
No, it's Champions Trophy, which is like a World Cup without the weak nations.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, it's all...
Because I started looking at it, so we're talking about cricket. Now, many of you don't know much about the sport of cricket. And I saw he was playing. There's a bunch of good. I mean, it's like a lot of teams playing. So I was wondering.
It's a Champions Trophy, so it's the top 8 teams in the world.
Okay, it's quite a big one. And they're playing it
177 for two.
For 2.
And I think it's at 32. Point whatever.
That's not good.
That's going to be a huge score. Who's batting good?
England.
England's batting.
Yeah.
Must be that Pieter guy that's doing well.
No, he's not playing.
Oh, not?
No.
That's going to be a huge score.
Anyways, let's see.
You know what you're saying? Bonus points. Okay, the two has fun.
I like that. I do like that a lot, actually. Who said that, Leishan? Sorry, I missed the name.
Cheryl.
Cheryl, I like the way you think. You've got my kind of thinking. It's the only reason I like rules is because it means you can bend them. Acacia trees. Actually, to be very technical, acacia trees have got thorns. But if we look at this thing, this one actually has, even though it's called a spot, it's actually a funny bush. This. Let me show you why. This is actually called a common spike thorn, but it actually has spines. There's a good example that side. Oh, actually, here's one. If you look at this, there you can see the thorn from where my finger is, but you can see that there's a leaf coming off the thorn. So that shows you that this thorn is an adapted branch, therefore a spine, as opposed to an adapted leaf like acacias, which is therefore a thorn. So yeah, common spike thorn, but it does have a spine. The judges will have to decide that one. Thanks, Cheryl. I didn't even think of that angle.
I must check, but I think we said animals with a spine.
Oh, is it? If you said living things with a spine, then it's different.
Yeah, well, I hope we said animals with a spine.
Oh, look at this beautiful kudu. We've had them already, but also one of my ultimate favorite animals. And the kudus are hitting the good times now. They've had the last part of the dry season. It's always hard for them. But then, even though it hasn't rained much, there's lots of fresh leaves flushing, and obviously that makes good browsing for the kudus. Awesome. The ears always listening and turning around, seeing what else is out there. Oh, I see birds that aren't easy to see. They're flying. People sometimes confuse them with the arrow-marked babblers, but I don't know if we're going to get them. Maybe from the shape of the body. There's one just landed. Actually, well, here's an old track in from when Karula had a Killia a while back. Let's take it. No, they're flying again. Yeah, they would have been quite cool. where is exactly? There it is. A little bit up. You had it. A little bit up there. Straight in.
Oh yeah, there's.
Now, there's two little species that look quite similar, but this is the one that you think it is. We'll try and spot the other one as well this afternoon. The other one that I'm thinking of looks very similar, but they're slightly smaller, and they don't have a little bit of that sort of slight redness in the eye that this one has. One of my favorite birds. I've got many favorites, but this is one of my favorites.
Patricia comes in with fork-tailed drongo.
Phew, that was quick. Very, very quick, Patricia. Fork-tailed drongo, Montengo. I just love these little birds. They're great characters. Very brave birds. I'd say they're one of the larger-than-life type characters in the bush.
Yeah, Mark and I saw the other one, but
See the other one?
Yeah, unfortunately then Mark has to start again, so can't include it. It's actually on quarantine.
They're quite tricky actually to...
We've got a quite a good look at it.
Let's see if it comes out again. It was on the... Well, let's have a look at there's some little ones there on the tree to the right of the termite mound. Tiny little ones. But actually I saw a little mammal on the... Oh, there's a cool one. They're all too far, right? Now? Which one have you got? Okay, well let's see what... Very, very far and difficult. It's the same one that I saw earlier.
Is it? Because this one should be identified by now.
Yeah.
So go from that tree where the way to the left or right?
No, it's the same one as that one actually that I saw, but... No, the mammal that I saw, it ran away.
Oh.
It was a fluffy tail. But it'll be amazing if people ID this one. It's quite far away for a small one. It's also, while we're hearing little ones...
Quite a good view of it, so.
Yeah. Let's try another look at it just in case.
Caroline and Robin with that fork-tailed drongo. And then Patricia's coming with green pigeon, and Robin has coming with weaver.
Green pigeon? I do hope we see a green pigeon this afternoon, but it's not this one.
Nice,
This one has just landed on the ground now. There's two bird species there, I think, actually.
yeah.
Right, they're just in that
Valerie
shadow.
wants to know the yellow-eyed canary.
Is she asking us or telling us?
Oh, there it is.
Valerie, if you
Telling you.
oh, she's telling us. Oh, yes, it's a yellow-eyed canary. Good ID. There, it's actually. Oh, it's got a nice view, actually, huh?
Yeah.
With that shadow behind it, the colours sort of pop out a little bit more.
And so does David and Brian. Although David calls it a yellow-fronted canary.
Something popped up behind the branch and then popped down again. Let's see.
We're on the mound.
Just where the canary was.
Oh, is it? Yeah, there was another bird there just now, which I couldn't actually
I
ID.
just saw a high pop up and then go down again. Not sure.
Oh, there's another one. That's another yellow-eyed canary. That's just, they're beautiful. It's one of my other favourite birds. Beautiful yellow front as well, yellow chest.
I'll be with David and Valerie and Robin.
Yep, no, they've done a good job.
And Brian.
And Brian. I didn't know Valerie's into her birds that much. I can hear another bird up front that, again, they're not easy. In fact, I think we've only seen one maybe once or twice ever on drive. And it's making a noise from somewhere up here. And it's not a sound that I can mimic, or nor is it a sound that will make it easy for you to ID them. We'll try, but I don't think we're going to get this little one. No, I can't even see it. I can just hear it.
Still quite some distance ahead of us.
It keeps flying ahead some, but they're tiny little, they're like smaller than a wax ball even. I'm going to try something.
Sounds like it's in the bush.
Yeah, there it is now, the movement. But let's see if I can. It's see if anything comes and sits in this bush, maybe, if we're lucky. Of course it is.
Debatable.
Not biting or something.
I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
He's like, it's a tiny bird, even up close, never mind at a reasonable long distance.
Can't really see the tail.
Oh, they might be able to ID this one. Look at the body shape very carefully.
That's cool.
And if you had a close look, you'll notice that it's got like a little blunt tail, almost like the Battelier, except obviously it's a lot smaller.
I've got a chance that people might have.
Yeah, I think people that are into their birds, I've spoken about this specific bird once before. It's one of my other favorite birds, in fact. And I really mean this. It really is one of my favorite other birds. They make a very small, we saw a nest the other day with Mark on drive that we weren't sure, but I was pretty sure it was from this bird because I've been lucky enough to find one nesting once on that, or in the nest. They make this beautiful little, like a little hanging cup nest, and they use lichens and a bit of thin grass and spider web to weave these little sort of hanging cup nests. Yeah, if someone ID'd that, I'd be...
Well, Robin and I, with Robin, is a little LBJ.
Half a point. It is a little LBJ.
And David Ilse is a long-billed crosby.
Yes!
Well done.
Good job, David!
Well done.
Yes, that was a very good idea. Long-billed crombeck at about 30 meters from across the world. Good job. Long-billed crombeck. Fantastic little birds.
I'll go with Robin.
Yeah, no, I'm also... The LBJ is actually a... No, we should just see a whole bunch of LBJs and just give them numbers. And they should each count. For those of you that don't know what LBJ stands for, it stands for Little Brown Job, which is often the easiest way to look at the little birds. Although crombeck, if you did see it up close, it's got a little bit of subtle color. Very cute little bird. What are we at now, Lishan? We must be 30 plus already, or 30, around 30, 31, somewhere there.
Just before I say that, can you just remind people about the email? I'm also doing a few into the normal email box which I'm missing. And you guys are on 1, 2, 3, 29.
Can't be. Serious? I thought we must be on 55 by now. What is that email again, Pete? Sorry, it's Ranger Race at Wilders.
Just
Race.
Wilders.tv.
Race, RACE at Wilders.tv for the IDs. If you have other questions, we can talk about other stuff as well. If you want to talk about sort of what Obama called Kanye West or anything like that, you're welcome to let us know. But if it's IDing and animals with spine IDs, race at wildearth.tv. Oh, here's another one. If we get this one, I'll be stoked, huh? That's the one we tried earlier, but it also flew away.
It's in the bush now. Eh?
Yeah, no, it's gone. Once that's where they go for. Oh, what's that? There's a little one. Let me just go past this bush. At least we have decent light. There's two little ones in this bush. Let's see if we can get an ID out of this one. It would be great.
It's a bit...
It's on that horizontal branch there. Brilliant. Oh, please get this one. There we go. We should get an ID off this.
That's as good as I can do.
That's about as good a view as you'll ever get of this little one as well. Beautiful view of this little one. This is a tree LBJ. In fact, it's one of the LBJs. And if I could mimic their sound, I would, but it's a very difficult sound to mimic, even though it's a very characteristic part of this animal's name. Yeah, it's quite nice, huh, Pete? You don't see them, you don't see, I mean, this is like, you could put it in the ID book almost. Perfect angle, side of the body, you can see the little longish beak. A little bit long legs with a pinkish tinge.
David David Hill, Surgeons of Action, particular.
Good job. So was that, Lisha, was it Robert and David Hill, or what was that?
No, only David.
David.
A rattling testicular.
It's a rattling testicular. Seems David must be quite into his birding. I mean, this is getting into the nitty-gritty of stuff. Yes, but that's such a stunning view of it.
And Robin has also sent an email requesting that it's actually half a point, or whatever, plus half for that little LBJ that we both, that's not me and Robin both, ID'd correctly.
For the Krombeck, I think it was such a good idea we could get a half a point squeezed out of it. I think that was one of the better, niftier IDs. The Krombeck earlier, yeah, just from the distance. Ah, look at that, lovely.
Good job, guys, but Sean just emailed in the cricket score. It's 218 for 2.
He's like, thanks for keeping us up to date on that as well. Very good idea on the rattling testicular. 218, and they must still have a few overs left. I mean, that's going to be a huge score. Might get to 250, 270.
But it's all high scores, the whole tournament already.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the New Zealand Sri Lanka matches, but New Zealand even scored over 300.
Oh, is it? Oh, we
No
should get.
offense
We
to,
should get.
any Kiwis out there, but
We should get a large part of the South African batting when we get back.
they might even beat Sri Lanka. Yeah. New Zealand.
Ah, I spot something. It's a bit of pun intended in that statement. We should all know what this is. At least any of us, or all of us that went and learnt the alphabet from A to Z. I'll give you a hint. It's not an ape. This is an ape. That's something else.
This is Zorilla.
It's Zorro. It's also cooling down just a little bit now, which is brilliant. It was rather hot this afternoon.
David, Patricia, Carol, Ushna, Denise, Jan with virtual zebra.
Perfect. Virtual zebra or plain zebra. They're also standing around still. They're not doing too much. Also waiting for things to cool down. That should take us to 31, I think.
Including that Bobby and Laura and Caroline and Janice and Linda.
Brilliant. Lots of virtual zebra coming through. Thank you.
Also Andrea and Brian and Robert and Randy.
Good job. Nice to hear so many names. Nice to have so many people playing along as well.
Yeah, really cool.
If only I had a little
email now, because
Hey?
last time as well, but now even more. It's just like you can't really find any other emails
Yeah.
in the whole thing of it.
too much.
You get the fun. I think
If I had some milk sugar in a tea
500 or
bag, I could
600
make some tea for us. Water is warm. Sorry, Pete, you were saying there was what?
you get over 500, I think.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Over 500 emails. That's brilliant, huh? Well, if you think of it, if we're going to get, let's say, 40 odd species, then it's probably, you can easily say about 10 or so per species.
So I'd rather be in the inbox since we have 104 chatters in the chat room.
Wow, busy chat room, huh?
Very busy.
Busy.
So many people in the chat room. It must require some fast reading.
Yeah.
It calls off the screen.
See, there's some little things I'm looking for. I haven't spotted some yet, but I'm going to test the IDing skills if I can find them. First I have to test my own spotting skills. Coming up to Bibbulshoek Dam, maybe we're going to find a couple of things there. Maybe some big ones, maybe some small ones. No, too late. Saw it too late. Babblers we've seen. Perfect. What we're going to do is have a look around Buffelshoek Dam here, see if we can get one or two more ticked onto that list. Then we're going to just stop here and stretch our legs. Maybe in that time one or two other things might come down for a drink. It's nice and hot, kind of day where it's easy to imagine activity around. Oh, there's a brilliant little one on that log in the water. It's going to be a difficult ID. Oh.
Nice one.
Yeah, this is quite special to see. I think we've had a look. I'm going to roll forward so we can get more light on it. Ooh, don't fly away, little bird. Tiny little bird, but beautiful coloration. Also, obviously, where it's sitting and what it's doing, part of the IDing process. Oh, watch it. Look at the white.
David and Valerie and Madeline with Malachite Kingfisher. Also Caroline and Sean and Robin and Brian came in on the same answer.
Oh, got
and Angelique.
Brilliant. We saw it going for a hunt there. Malachite Kingfisher.
And Pat and Randy. I'm sorry. I'm just wanting to say everybody. Yeah, all the same answer.
No, please. All the names are good. Let's just watch it another minute or so. It might dart down for another. It didn't get a fish this time, but it did try for one. I always confuse malachites and pygmy kingfishers, even though they are quite different looking. Both of them are tiny little birds, but obviously the beautiful colors on the chest, but also the white around the ear. Oh, Pete, there's another little one. You see the termite down on the other side?
The name for this race, Renee.
Malachite Kingfisher. The termite mound on the other side of the water. Right on the edge of the water, slightly to the left of center of it, there's a little bird walking along the very edge of the water.
On the what?
Yeah, right on the edge of it. It's tiny as well. We actually spoke about it earlier. Can you see it?
No.
Okay, if you go up wider a bit, let me just quickly see where is it. Oh, let me just get it again. It's about there somewhere. Not exactly sure. It's a tiny little thing. It's around. Yeah, it's about where my finger was now. There, yeah, there we go. Look at that. You can see the reflection as well. Got some markings around the neck, sort of lower neck and upper chest area.
Well, if that's the Renee, I think it is. Welcome on the Jigger, Renee. And otherwise, of course, also still welcome. But
Is it your Renee?
I don't know if it is a special welcome, obviously.
If it's Pete's Renee, let us know so that we know that it's Peter's Renee. How do you pronounce your surname, Pete?
No, it's Lucas. Lucas.
Oh, Lucas. Oh, it was so quick. Renee, very nice to have you on drive. Actually, I wish I'd more often...
suspected it because well, we both like the Malachite Kingfisher very much.
Okay. Yeah, they're stunning little birds, eh?
With David, Madeline, Layla, Carol, Brian, Angelique, and Janice, all with 3-banded plover.
Perfect. 3-banded plover. Glad we got that one. It's quite a special one to get. Malachite Kingfisher, as Pete said, a special one for him and Renee, but also many of us that haven't seen this little bird before. Let's have one last look at the Kingfisher again, Pete, and then we'll take a little break. And then we'll start again at Buffelshoek Dam and continue on. it's also turned slightly now. You've got a beautiful front view of it. Look at that. Stunning little bird. Very small. I mean, it's only about the size of a, maybe slightly larger than that crombeck we saw earlier, and obviously a longer beak. But a stunning little bird. And from that we're going to go back to Gowrie Waterhole, stretch our legs quickly, run around, jump up and down, and we'll see you back here.
Scare off all the birds.
Yeah, scare off all the birds. Guys, and then we'll see you back here again in a short little bit, and we'll continue on. I think we're on leash, and let's just quickly recap. 33, is that right?
Correct.
We're on 33. I'd like to get another 12, if we can, maybe 17. I'd love to get to 50 just because I like the number. But anyway, we'll see that after the break. See you back here just now.
Stand by for countdown.
Copy me 5-5.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back in the vehicle, everyone. We've been having some serious discussions here as always, as you can see just from what's going on in the hand gestures. Serious business, this Ranger race. No other species have arrived here, so we're going to move on, see what else we can get.
Quickly going to change the camera battery. I should have done it during the break, but
I always want to do, I think I've remembered maybe twice ever to change it during the break.
rather now than just when we have like half
When
a
we've
second
got
to
the
identify.
last thing and it's pangolin on the road. Don't worry, you will see us again shortly. Putting another battery on.
Yep, we're back.
There we go. Let's roll. Oh, on the tree. Just disappeared, but we're going to get this one. It'll be difficult to see. Just run into this bush. Hey, we're not going to get this one.
How many legs does it have?
4.
Okay.
And a fluffy tail, but we need to see it. I'll look for another one. I've actually thought, hey?
Could still be good things.
Could still be a bunch of things, yeah.
2 in particular.
Could be the very rare, never seen before, ever in the history of mankind, 4-legged fluffy-tailed dove. Just maybe no one has ever seen it before. Right, there's still a bunch of things we haven't seen. I want to try and find another 17 of them.
Straight ahead. Isn't that the one that we were still looking for?
Yes, it is. We've tried a number of times. Maybe we can get it this time. Bit of a tricky ID just with the angle. Because of the angle of the sun, we can't see much of the coloration. And because of the angle it's sitting, you can't see the body shape. But let's see. We've got some keen birders on the vehicle. Is there maybe a bit of a pun in that? David? Let's have another look at it. This is, again, you can't see the color much, but you can see the body shape better now.
Well, David has come back with virtual starting.
As I said, some keen birders. This is David Hill, though. I haven't heard from David Keen in a while. Virtual starting. Good job.
Pick up. Wasn't talking to you, I saw one.
I was going to say, watch it, Pete. Don't get personal there. Let's have a quick look at this luri. We did see a luri earlier. It was one of the really good IDs, but let's just have a nice clear look at one for those of you that maybe heard the name but didn't recognize the bird. Here's a beautiful view of a grey-headed luri. What?
What?
What am I saying?
That's true, but it's not just...
It does have a
Yeah,
grey,
that's
but it's a grey luri, or a go-away bird alternatively. Quite a nice looking bird.
No, it doesn't show its head. Because
Yeah.
it's really
Philippe is also coming with virtual starting.
Another bird just starting ID. Quack. Wah. 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 That's what they sound like roughly. Not quite, but close enough that that one looks up. Okie dokie. Let's get cracking.
Charge myself, I'm out from the quarantine area. So put up one stop, come to my area from on its side. Put up your power lines. I'm going to stand by the other side of the clearing. So if something happens, I'll let you guys know. So thank you for running condo sample file, group 10 as well.
Sorry.
I'm fine. Have you found them in Nottingham? Huh? Nothing. Have you found them below? No, but we've got one club. It's just your flight club. He's coming on the outside. No, you said it's the Juno. Our booking club. Okay, we'll go check out on it. If you follow on this, you know. All right.
John is coming with a suggestion. That's John or Jan. Says next time race, we should ID birds only on Peter's call.
Nice one, Jan. We might get a few good IDs, we might get a few different ones. I've always liked trying to mimic birds. Sometimes I get it right. Over time I've managed to get a few difficult ones right, but some other ones are just not doable.
John is just coming on. Ticket update is 25343.
25343, thank you. Driving right into the sun, sorry for the bright light, we'll turn soon. Can't get closer to it, it's in our neighbouring area. But luckily this is quite a big animal, we should be able to ID it even from far away. If you look there at about 2 o'clock, right on the other side of the valley. Brilliant. Now this one no one should have a problem with. It's got such a distinctive shape that even at a great distance like this can be recognized. And it's probably that same herd we saw this morning. It's moving further north into Buffelshoek this afternoon.
Pieter, David, Valerie, Jan, all with African elephant. Valerie is elephant, yay!
Elephants! Fortunately a bit far away, so we're not going to stay with them much longer. We can't go close to them. African elephants. Thank you very much, everyone. Very popular species amongst all of us.
Listen to Carol. We just need Illy, exclamation, and Destiny, and Angelique, and Linda, and Pat, and Laura, and Josh, and Barbara, and Marika, and Robert.
Lots of ideas there on the Ellies. Okay, well we're going to take on Vubu Road. We're going to head slowly back towards Buffelshoek Dam. I want to go see Buffelshoek Dam in quarantine. It's always a good bet this time of the day. Hey!
It's a bit closer.
That puts you on 35.
35.
Race is on, you've got 7 more to get.
7 more to be in the lead. This is the female with that sort of wide tusk. She's the, I think the matriarch of the group. So this is the group with that injured female, or the sick female, shall we say, maybe. You know, she'll be much further inside Buffelshoek. We'll keep an eye out for her. As we've explained, it's a huge amount of debate and emotion going on around it, but we will keep you updated when we get more information on her. I'm hoping that next time we see her, maybe she's running around feeling much better. It really is still a good possibility. Bit of mud there or something, maybe attracting their attention. Grey Lurie calling ahead of us. Let's go have a look around Buffelshoek Dam. Might still bump into 1 or 2 Ellies at sort of the tail end of this herd. From the tracks on the ground here, I can see that they have come from the south. Well, actually, if that was her,
Yeah, so
I haven't actually seen her. Say again?
Yeah, I think it was from the shape of the tusks and the fact that she had this smaller elephant.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that was her. Sorry, I haven't actually seen her. I've only seen her at the waterhole over the camera the other day, and I remember seeing the one with the wide tusk, but I thought it was a different one. But I'm sure many of you have paid very close attention to it. Obviously, you've seen her a number of times, so maybe that was her then. And as I said, it's a very sad case, but we are going to keep an eye on her. Well, if that's her, then we could easily recognize her down the line. I was just recognizing that one as one of the females in the herd.
So yesterday she was running after buffalo, right? So she was.
Oh, she doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, she's a bit. I don't know.
She's not weakened. She's just uncomfortable. So it's who knows?
Because she's always a bit apart from the herd, just like now as well.
Yeah.
And because yesterday when the herd was actually Elisha, just before Leishan took over final control, he was playing and mud bathing, and just a little bit later she also came walking across the dam wall. So there were buffaloes as well, and then she went after them.
Yeah.
From a quick trot and chased them off.
Yeah. She might well make it.
Wait and see.
So it could just be that she's a bit uncomfortable, maybe, that she's not feeling that well. Sure, we all know that when you don't feel well, you don't always feel like lots of people around you. I'm sure it might be the same with elephants. Now, I did spot a little vertebrated thing on the tree trunk, but it darted away. It's gone.
Wickets.
62 for 4. And we're at overs 44.
Sure. 262.
You need wickets. You need wickets. 6 of them.
If they keep going like this, get well over 300, huh?
Oh, 6 wickets, 6 balls, huh?
Yeah, it's true. A couple of quick wickets and it can change the game. I need to pick up my bowling here a bit as well. My batting is one. My run rate slowed down now. I'm getting to like a 5-day score. I need to get back to 2020 score rate. Now getting closer to Gowrie Waterhole. I'm sure Gowrie Waterhole and quarantine might provide us with a couple of additions to the count. Whoa, look at this one. On the left hand edge of this tree trunk. There it is. Oh, let's just wait for it to come around. Oh, and I wonder if we're going to get the ID from here. I'm pretty sure what that one was, just from when it flew off. There are a few different species of them. Pete might have to help here as well.
I didn't get enough detail.
Oh, look on the termite mound here. Brilliant. What a sighting. Right here on the termite mound next to us, Pete. Just slightly to the right of center. Look at that. For a minute I looked at it and I thought it's some kind of weird tree log or weird tree branch, but it's actually two of the species mating. Beautiful light as well.
and Valerie, all coming in with woodpecker. David said it's a golden-tailed woodpecker.
Good job, David.
And Valerie said it's Bennett's woodpecker.
Well, I'm going to get back on the woodpecker just now, David. I agree with you on that one.
Then we've got a monitor lizard from Patricia.
We're going to need to be more specific on that one. Patricia, look at that bird there, Pete. This is quite a difficult one, hey?
On the ground.
No, up in the tree.
And a rock monitor from David.
At 10 o'clock, up in the first biggest tree towards the top. Quite a large bird.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Further away. Okay.
And this is going to be a tricky one. Sorry, say again, Leishan, the last one. Who had the last name of the lizard?
Can you just confirm the woodpecker one first, and then we can go...
Yeah, I think Dave. I'm going to go with David on that one. I'm pretty sure just from the body shape and the sort of slightly blunted tail, golden-tailed woodpecker.
Okay, then we've got rock monitor, mating rock monitors,
Yeah.
mating water monitors, savanna monitor, a white-throat monitor, a Michael Marsh with African rock monitor.
Yeah, no, we've got enough there that is right. It's a rock monitor. I don't know, is it called a savanna monitor, Pete? I've never heard that, but I'm sure
No, I
it
haven't
could.
heard that name. Maybe in
I
different
like
areas.
it. Yeah, I mean East Africa maybe. This bird is going to be quite a challenging one. It's a bit challenging because it's still a juvenile. So we're going to get you, luckily we're close enough to have a good look at it in the late light here. Going to have to get a couple of keen birders to have a close look here. Pete, have you got your mind made up?
I think I do, but yeah, let's hear what others say.
The head shape plays a bit of a role. Also the legs. If you look very carefully, you'll see the legs are bare.
Angelique says it's an African hawk eagle. And Cheryl says it's a young adult fish eagle.
It's interesting. Both. In fact, when I saw it first, my first glimpse of it, I thought juvenile fish eagle. But then I had a closer look at it. And now I forgot. I was going to say, who was the first name, Leishan? She had it right.
Angelique.
Angelique. I'm pretty convinced this is a young or a juvenile African hawk eagle.
Nesting around here.
Yeah. Very good idea, Angelique. Bit of a tricky one because it's still got that color on the wing, which normally the adults don't have. But the speckles on the front of the chest, also the slightly, almost like a sleek head shape, and then the bare legs. So what was that? That was it 3 species now? It was the eagle, the monitor, and
The woodpecker.
the woodpecker. Yeah. That's 38.
Brian also came in with African hawk eagle.
African hawk eagle, good one, Brian. Right. There's another one that I see often that I'm hoping we can find now. Going to be beautiful sunset as well. Do we get bonus points for sunsets?
No, you still have a look at it.
Of course we do. We shouldn't get bonus points for them, but you should lose a point if you don't.
It's a reward in itself.
Okay.
Sunset over the dam.
Yeah, lovely. We'll
Just
stop you a little bit. Look at that. Such a special time in the bush. See the sun just busy dipping away there. Voitella Lodge across the Woodall. Always lovely. Anywhere in the bush around this time of day, but especially around waterholes or riverbeds. Sunset time in the bush. It's been a lovely afternoon. We'll get back in race mode just now, but just to step away from it for a few seconds, and ultimately the reason we're out here is just to enjoy the space and the game viewing and the adventure of it. And as always, thank you very much for everyone that's joined us. Everyone that's been playing along and IDing and finding names for things, but also everyone else that just enjoy the experience for what it is. Just a lovely drive in the bush.
Okay, come on, give us away.
Way. I think they're looking at us from the camera. Oh, it's pointing right at us. I can see it.
Yes, hello.
Actually, do a zoom into it. And cut back onto that camera. That camera has really made a nice big difference to our viewing, Pete. Leishan and myself the other day having a look at it is fantastic. Just the viewing we have. There we go. Hello. Looking back at you. Okay. 38 and counting. Need to pull a few tricky ones out of the bag here somewhere. I was hoping to find one of them that lives here, but can't see it now. Ooh, flying off. I'm not going to see that.
I can do a quick zoom.
Well, let's see if it lands. It's flying right towards those guinea fowl. And it's landing on that log. Hey, if someone IDs this, I'll be mighty impressed. More right. There's like a small log. If you go right, go more right. Keep going right, right there somewhere, I think. Isn't there a log a little bit down? Yeah, on that log there. If you go all the way in, it landed there, but I can't see it now. Let me just look at the binos. Yeah, I think it'll be virtually impossible to. Oh, it's just to the right of that log in the water. Yes, but if someone IDs this, it'll be. I mean, I know exactly what that is because I've seen it around here often enough, but that's quite a tough one to ID. Nonetheless, you never know. Someone's going to give it a. I don't think that's possible. It was flying away with the frog in its mouth. Alright.
Maybe if you drive a bit further that way.
Yeah, we can try on that side.
Get a bit closer.
Yeah. Hey, we're being watched. I can feel it when I'm being watched. Hey. South Africa. Did you see the South Africa jersey? I hope so, huh?
I'm gonna win for fireside chat anyway, so. Well, that is if they haven't got all out by then.
No, I think we'll still win it. We will succumb.
Well, the Dutch managed to beat the English, so.
How is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember, huh?
That was a good match.
It was that day after it snowed in the Sahara.
I think hell was frozen over as well.
Yeah. Is that bird gone now? The one we came to look for. Oh, there it is. You see it, Pete?
In the far end.
Right, that little log in the water right at the far end of it. It's still busy eating the frog or whatever it caught.
Got it.
This should get us an ID.
Nice one.
What's it eating? Is it a frog? Looks like it.
Okay, David came in with grey heron. Claire came in with hamerkop. Denise with green-backed heron. Sue came in with grey heron.
Let's look at this one though.
With grey heron.
Yeah, come look at that one. Give it a good look at this one.
And Angelique also with a green-backed heron.
See what it's. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, this one we'll have another look at. We'll have to reaffirm that, but actually when I heard the other name, which wasn't the right one, I saw this one. I didn't even see this earlier, bizarrely enough. It's a big bird. And it's flying off, but we had... Oh, the one is chasing the other one, eh? Look at that, huh? Bit of dominance play there. Some of you might just have to press resend on your previous emails for this one.
Go pick on someone your own size.
Yeah, I'm bigger than you.
You see where the
Claire
other
came in with green-backed heron. So did Pat and Elaine and Carol and Madeline and John Pierre.
Oh,
And Brian and Patricia
chased it again,
and
huh?
Suzanne.
brilliant. Thank you very much. Good
Got a
job.
good look at both of them. So.
Oh, and there's another one. Oh, we're going to score here. There on that side, another bird. Well, two of them, but either one of them. This should be easy to recognize. Greenback heron. Is that the full name, Pete?
I think.
Yeah, I think it is. It used to be. Wasn't it also at one stage called a greenback night heron? Or am I just confusing them?
Sure, actually. But maybe somebody can look that up.
Yeah. Might be an older name for it. But good job there on the 2 heron species, and we've got another one here. Sure, we had an ID from that one. Anyone that's ever been in South Africa on a golf course or visited friends with a nice big lawn in the yard, Johannesburg, these birds often wake people up. It's believed that they might be terrified of flying. Often while they're flying.
David, Patricia, Madeline. Was Hahida Ibis? Ibis? I'm not sure, but it's Hahida.
Thank you, Leishan, and thank you everyone for the right ID there. Hardida Ibis. That's the sound they make. Sorry, Leishan.
Should I guess that a lot?
And Denise and Brian and Valerie and Caroline. Elaine, Layla, Linda, Renee. And Janice also came in with the same answer.
Just looking at these. Thank you. Lots of IDs in the ibis there. Some nyalas. I thought there was a bushbuck in amongst them, but it wasn't. We did see nyalas earlier, but nice to see them again. Wow, we had 4 there now. Is that right? Hey, we're in the lead. Yes. Am I doing the maths right? We should be on 42. I think I've jumped ahead of my.
On 40.
Oh, I thought I was on. Wasn't I on 38 earlier?
Don't know you director.
Hey, I'm checking here. Because we had 4 now. We had the 2 herons, the ibis. No, we didn't have 4. We had 3.
The score will be audited.
We have 2 herons.
Yeah, the greenback heron and the grey heron.
So how are you director?
How? How what? Let's go look in quarantine. So we're 40, what are we now? 41. We didn't get 4, we got 3. I was getting too excited. Alright, come on, now the race is on. 9 more to get. There's a few of the very basic ones we've missed though. They haven't had like, I've been looking for a squirrel for instance. I saw 1 or 2, but we didn't get any that we could actually see. Might still get one if we're lucky, I guess, but the sun she's setting. Maybe we can get a last bird or 2 up here in quarantine, but a lot of these animals hide away for the night, so we're going to have to start looking for nocturnal stuff.
I'm not sure if we've had it before. I'm sorry if you guys make me too busy today.
No, thank you, Leishan. Nyala, no, it's a baboon dropping on the termite mound. We had the nyalas at Twin Dams. It was a brief glimpse. We didn't really see them much, but we had a correct ID on them.
How old are you, director again?
How old what?
With the email saying black crown night heron is the one Pieter thought was the word night.
Thank you. See, there's a few things I always confuse. It's like the pygmy and the malachite kingfisher. And every time I see them, I have to like go through the files again, and then I sometimes have the files in a bit of a disarray. So there's a couple of those, like the night herons and greenback heron, that I confuse every so often. Wait, in the tree. Bottom right, it's just at the base there, it's running up the trunk.
Yeah, I was cutting it off. If it was going to come up, I would have a hand.
Did we get a glimpse of it?
Not sure.
Okay, let's try. We're going to go around the edge. I'm going to stay far away. You might have seen it bouncing. It was bouncing along the ground, and it stopped, and it jumped. Ooh. Yeah, maybe Come on. Yeah, there. In the sort of the main, where all the main branches start forking. It's around there. I can't see it now, but let's hope it pops out. There, it's up again. It's one up from the fork. If you find the main fork to the right, where all those damaged bits are. There it is. If you go in, go right into that. Go in, and go left, and go in, straight in, left, straight in, and then a little bit right. Yeah, right, straight in. Hey! Bingo.
Well, it's not identified yet.
Yeah, I'm sure this one. Let me give you a clue. It's not a pangolin. Funny enough, this is one of the ones for all the races I always have to find. I'm a little bit like Twinny and Patsy maybe. It's like because I know they're around all the time. Hey, thank you, Robert. Tree squirrel. I didn't think we were going to get one of those this time around because normally by now they're up in the trees as this one is. Alright, that now puts us in the lead. Now we have to build up a lead. With Mark on Friday it was raining and all kinds of other things, so he didn't get to race, so he's doing a race tomorrow.
It's going to give you a run for your money.
We've got to give him a bit of give him a proper total to chase. Let's give him about 350 in cricket terms. Now, there's another little guy that lives around here that I haven't seen yet today. A little guy and a girl, really.
Elaine and David and Jennifer and Denise and Linda and Jan and Madeline and Patricia, Caroline and Patsy and Davik, Layla, Destiny, Laura, Jan. There's also Tree Squirrel and Jan says awesome tree too.
Yes, Jan, it is an awesome tree. In fact, that tree I've climbed a number of times. It's a lovely marula tree. Thanks for all the Tree Squirrel IDs. And the little thing I'm looking for is not here.
And there's a special birthday today.
Uh-huh.
It's Dawn, one of our long-time DNAs.
Oh, on the termite mound. On the termite mound, if we can get these, this is another one I didn't think we were going to get. They're all running for it. Are we going to see them? Are we going to get an ID?
See the tail?
Yeah, there's movement. I'm sure we can get an ID from this. Yeah, there's a nice silhouette. Another one I thought we were going to miss just because it's so late now, but obviously we got lucky. This is a specific group I came to look for, actually.
It's a ground squirrel.
Yeah, it's not a tree squirrel. I saw a bird flying past, but I don't see where it's gone. Just quickly, I just want to turn.
David with dwarf mongoose.
Hey, Matiki Toro. Thanks, David. I just saw one of those birds we actually tried to see earlier, but they were flying away. Up there, it's going to be a difficult ID. See this marula tree? If you go straight up to the middle of the tree, sort of the dead center of the middle of the three trees, they're on that main branch. Go left a bit. On that big marula, okay, go up. Up, more up, more up still. Bit more up, and then right a little bit. There, go straight in. Oh, it's going to be a difficult ID, but look at the long tails.
That's a good one.
Oh, we got a good view there. I'm sure we've got these.
There.
I love these birds as well. They make beautiful noise. Earlier we tried to see them. I was saying that people sometimes confuse the noise with Aramark babblers, but it's not the case. You got a bug on you.
Yeah, just
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
And the light is getting very low, but have a very careful look at the beaks. You get actually two species in this area, although the other species you don't normally see in larger groups like this one. There's about 5 or 6 of these at least.
See if I can get a bit.
The light making it difficult, but you should be able to see a bit of color on the beaks.
Okay, David came in with green wood hoopoo. Jan came in with long tail shrike. Layla with Birchall starling.
Oh. Well, David, I'm not
and
sure.
Angelique with green wood hoopoo.
I think the name recently changed.
Oh, is it changed?
It might be, I'm not
I think it has actually, yeah.
Because, yeah, what you're referring to is the
colour of the beak.
Yeah, it's in the name.
Yeah.
Maybe people can come back and
Let's just give us that second name, or if someone can tell us what the old name was of the green wudupu. Sometimes I'm a bit behind times of what names have changed. I'm sure it's right, but the name of the bull used to be in the name. And if someone can just confirm for us if it's the same species, just with a different twist on the name. In fact, I'm pretty sure it must be. I remember Mark mentioned it a while back, I think.
David said green wudupu used to be called red bulls.
That's the one.
Thank you, David. Hey, little Matty, look at this one.
Monte Kakelaar.
This is a baby, yeah. Karkelaar in Afrikaans. Look at this. Yeah, he's running around. The others have actually just gone out for another foraging session. Maybe a last little food finding mission. Okay, little one, cross the road quickly. There we go. Hey!
And then Pieter came in with SCIMITAR wudupu.
Scimitar, Bill.
That's
Yeah.
the name for it, or...
I think it's a different one.
That's the other species, yeah. Say again, Pete?
I think that's a different species.
Yeah, different
Scimitar
species.
bill.
We do see them here, scimitar-billed wudupu. And in fact, actually, when I saw those, at first I thought it might have been because the one's beak looked very curved. But the fact that there's so many of them, and then obviously I could see a bit of the red in the beak. So it wasn't a scimitar, even though we have seen them on occasion out here. And it would be nice if we still saw one now. Alright, Leishan, where are we now? We must have a lot now, huh? We must be like at least 120 or something. Or maybe 44.
And it's like 44?
44. Okay, 6 to go. I want to get 50 tonight.
Well, we should be able to pick up 2 after dark, so we need to get 4 at least before then.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little...
Two things to mention, please.
The what?
2 things to mention, please.
Yes.
First, I think Robert is also becoming a birding man. If you can just mention that.
In the hollow of the
He's
tree.
much better than yesterday.
Guys, it's just a brilliant view of a dwarf mongoose. They don't often live in trees, and these are using the tree hole there. Yeah, Robert really getting into his birding, and I think maybe many people actually after this would enjoy birding a bit more, just because we've noticed how many of them there are. Look at that. So what a great view. That's such a cool view of dwarf mongooses. Oh, that bird bit to the left of the mongooses on the ground. That's another one.
By the other tree.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Behind the stick. Look at that. Look at the color of the beak again. You might just be able to see a bit of color on it. It's part of the name. And also look at the white on the wing. And while we're waiting for this ID, I'm sure we've got one. They make these very messy nests around the dam area there. We look at them sometimes. Mission, you said 2 things to, and the mast. 2 things to mention. Robert's birding improving, and I'm sure many other people's birding improving. And the second one, did you say there was a birthday?
No, I just mentioned Robert because Robert and I felt a kinship with our birding skills, and I think he's surpassing me. The birthday was Dawn.
Well, happy birthday, Dawn. Hope you're having fun with us today. That was an awesome view of the mongooses. I'm sure we'll get that bird ID now. That's a pretty good one. It's one of the small 5 as well. And Dawn, you've been
David Hill with red-billed buffalo weaver.
red-billed buffalo weaver, one of the small 5. And yeah, Dawn, you've been on many game drives with us. So happy birthday. Hope it's a lovely day for you.
But that shows if it's in a tree, you can't just assume it's a tree squirrel. Eh?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to really have a good look.
And that should put us on 45 with a red-billed buffalo weaver from David's ID. And we haven't seen either of the 2 small antelopes. Well, we glimpsed that one earlier, but there was an opportunity to see it. That's still a small possibility.
There's one on
Pun intended.
to the right typically, isn't there?
Yeah, there's one up on Philemon's cut line. What's the time now? How much time we got left?
Well, it's not dark yet, so
That must be
I
about
think it's just before 6, but I'm not sure. Boons!
The woman's. Hello, how's it going?
How's it?
You guys think it's summer or something? Do you guys know the ladies? This is Jess, the best chef in the world. Annette, best manager in the world. And Chloe. Okay. Yeah, Herman mentioned you actually. Nice to meet you. See you later. Yeah. Have a nice drive. You didn't see any spined animals on the way? Not. Right. $45. 5 to go to get 50. Well, there's some typical things to look for after dark. As you said, there should be 2 that we should get still, but you never know.
Pat Williamson has come in with 3 ladies.
3 ladies. Yeah, I still think there's a big debate in where the male and female people can be counted as 2 species. Considering that one's from Venus and one's from Mars, could be some value in it.
Easy now, your director is female.
Watch it, yes. We just suddenly lose broadcast. Alright.
You also had a debate yesterday.
Oh no, it's Crested Franklin's. I thought it's the other ones. Debate yesterday, Pete?
No, about whether all of us could be counted or really only count the wild animals. So that means maybe not all presenters can be counted.
I can be pretty wild if I have to. Give me a few minutes. Pete, what's the chance we get that bird in flight? No.
I'll probably get it, but I'm not sure whether it's
Yeah, we're gonna just get through that. If we can get it in flight, I'm pretty sure I can ID it, but it might be a difficult one. Oh no, it's gonna be too late.
too fast.
It's gone. So Pete, what did you say the time was? I don't have a watch. Lisha, what's the time?
It's 6 o'clock, you've got 30 minutes to go.
30 minutes.
And you're on 45.
30 minutes. So Lisha, you said something else. I missed it. The radio came on at the same time.
You're on 45.
45.
In total is 323, and that's from Robert.
Yo, 323. Is that the total at end of game?
I hope so.
Yeah, I was gonna...
Sorry?
Thank you, Leishan. Thank you, Robert. That's quite a score, right? South Africa's going to have to go and bring everything they got to the game. We had this one before. We're going to have another quick look past Treehouse Dam, make a loop, then head towards Zoe's Road for the end of the drive.
Second day in a row, if you, from the angle that you come from,
Yeah.
now it doesn't look like it. Oh
Yeah.
no, wait.
Oh, wow, big good spotting. Brilliant spotting.
I was just explaining that I thought it was a bird, but it wasn't.
And then it was a bird.
Okay, we're going to need time to get the light on.
A little bit of light in it there. It shouldn't bother it. It's still fairly light around us. But you said it's the second time in a row. The previous time it also looked like a bird, but it wasn't.
Yeah, well, maybe.
And this time it was. You know, this is one of the birds that often confuse me. Sometimes they look quite big and other times they look quite small. Huh? Brilliant spot, Peter. That was a good job. Nice one. So we should...
David and Pat all came in with Wahlberg.
Good job, David and Pat. I'm sure there's going to be a couple more coming in with Wahlberg's eagle. Don't you think, Pete, sometimes they look... Sometimes Wahlberg's eagles look like a big eagle. I mean, look at that now and it's like... Yeah, it's like a falcon size almost. They've been sitting there all hunched up. Good spotting, huh? Very good. 46.
Minutes to go. That's 25 minutes.
I see a big spined animal up ahead, but this one has been seen by the waterhole earlier on.
We had a herd of geese with a skinny one in between, not a skinny other species.
Oh, there's a bird there that we haven't seen. That's the one we saw flying earlier. Let's hope we can get it. It's behind the buffalo in the water. We might make it out. It's going to be a difficult one right there in amongst their legs.
Go there.
Oh, and Pete, look there. Walking there to the right, coming out.
Okay, wait. I think the silhouette should clinch the bird.
Very good, Valerie. Very quick ID there.
What you mean?
I must say, I saw this movement and I thought it was a buffalo calf for some reason. And then it came out and it is a... There you can see this is a very distinctive animal. I'm sure we'll get this one. Very good on the hammerkop there, Valerie. A little bit late, but as Pete was saying, it got a good silhouette. And it does have quite a specific shape. Just to translate the name of that bird, a hammerkop means a hammerhead, directly translated. The name for it is actually the Afrikaans name that's been taken from there. Moving along. That was a lucky one.
Yeah,
lucky break. Yeah.
Okay, that is Valerie and David and Pat, Carol, Brian, Robin, hold on, Cheryl, all coming in with Hammerbook, and then Hyena is Valerie and Robin and Spotted Hyena David, Spotted Hyena Linda. Robert also came in with Hammerbook. He's Spotted Hyena. Janice Spotted Hyena. Robert again, Elaine and Cheryl Spotted Hyena.
Oh, fantastic. Lots of IDs coming in together. The hammerkop and the beautiful view there. Look at that silhouette of the buffalo. A couple of Duggar boys just enjoying the last part of the daylight here. It's been a very hot day, so I'm sure they've enjoyed a bit of a mud wallow. And we also got the hammerkop and the spotted hyena. I think hyena could almost work, but we have actually seen a brown hyena once with Wild Earth and once in the last 15, 17 years or so in the area. So it's good that we did get the spotted hyena ID. Let's leave these buffalo. We'll move along slowly. We're on 47 or 48 now. 48, I think, huh? 48.
And you have 23 minutes in which to
23 minutes for minimum of 2 animals, hopefully. Although we know how many times the batsmen fall at 48 or 49. The bowler comes with that curveball. I'm going to try and make one of those two a very special animal. I'm going to head towards Twin Dams area. Going to go through a little bit of bad signal here and there, so bear with us, but it won't last long.
And they've gotten, I think last year, 320.
Yeah, that's quite impressive, eh?
But that is
320.
sight and
24 hours, huh?
in 24 hours. But that is impressive. Eh?
Yeah.
And they've got it like it's almost like a army schedule. Eh?
Yeah, no,
5 minutes here, then there, and
yeah.
if they don't see the bird, then they go
move.
on, and they've got backup.
I'd be quite curious to know, percentage-wise of that, how much of it the ID by count, and not right.
I think fair percentage. Eh?
Yeah,
especially in the morning when they have the morning chorus. Then
yeah, and night time as well, eh?
yeah. All the nightjars. Typically by 7 in the morning they've got 100 already.
Is it? Yeah, by the time that the day comes.
Thanks, Alan. I'm approaching the airstrip now. I'm going to be with you within 5 minutes. Okay.
Almost spotlight time. We've got another little bit of daylight. Still hear lots of birds calling. I can hear white-browed scrub robins. I'm very glad we got a scrub robin earlier. I do like them a lot. Also had 3 raptors, which is quite nice. The African hawk eagle and the Wahlberg's eagle. Of course, there's the little nocturnal monkeys to look out for. They're always difficult to spot, very quick. Maybe we can spot one of them later as well. Sooner rather than later would be better. Cicadas, eh? Actually, it's one of those sounds that you can really hear from the microphones. It's just the kind of pitch of it, I think, just gets picked up. Like that cicada, I mean, yesterday I was in the final controls leash and you can hear it from far away as you're driving up to it, and as you drive away you can hear it probably for like 40-50 meters either side of it.
there's no circle being the
Yeah. Alright, got the spotlight out. 2 or 3 species in the last, I think we've got about probably 20 minutes left now. 18, sure, pressure. I can hear a bird that we, where's that bird? No, not going to see us. It's a thrush that's calling in there. They're quite difficult to see even in daylight. Can hear a Nediki as well. Can hear lots of Franklins, but we're not using audio IDs tonight. Maybe another time. interesting smell there. That's what I'm looking for. The smell is a bit of an indication, maybe. Let's hope. Let's hope.
Popcorn.
Hey?
Popcorn.
Popcorn, yeah.
Maybe the smell of it.
Pizza would smell good
The
now.
email in from Bo Gush. Just wanted to say thanks for a great bird drive.
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure. Bogash. Saying, if we pronounce your name right, I hope. Saying that you're enjoying the birding. And I just saw a bird flying there that's going to be very difficult to ID, but I'm hoping we're going to be able to get it. You see the eye there?
No.
Right in the middle of the light. I'm going to get us closer and hopefully we can see it. Very difficult birds to ID, but ooh, don't fly. Let's try it from here first, then we'll try and get closer. Look at that. Now, color-wise, it's going to be difficult. There's only a few species that we get here, and from where this one was sitting and how it was sitting, I'm pretty sure which one it is. One of those sounds that I still want to perfect. I still can't do it perfectly. One of my ultimate favorite bushveld sounds.
David and Valerie came in at the same time. Fiery Nick Nightjar.
Fiery Nick Nightjar. David and Valerie at the same
Also
time
Robin
there.
and Madeline and Patricia and Angelique. Although Angelique calls it a fire crown.
Fire what, Lucian? You broke up, say again?
Fire crown.
Fire Crown Nightjar. It's not a name I'm familiar with, but I'm not going to say yay or nay to it. It's difficult to ID nightjars, but
Valentine and Pierre and Brian.
Fire Nick nightjars coming in. They're very similar looking, but from where it was sitting and how it was sitting, and pretty happy with that. I don't know. What do you think?
Ja, van al.
It's the most common one around here.
Ja, dat is wel. En Sept is op zich al een afgebeurd.
Ja. Alright, well, let's look around here a little bit more. There's something else that's not so difficult to ID that I was hoping we could find here. And then we'd be on 50. Which means we might even try for 51. So my confidence grew when we had the squirrel and the dwarf mongooses. That was sort of like a turning point for me. Because those were two that I really hoped we'd get, and we didn't get them, and it was getting dark, and I thought, shoot, we've missed them both. So anything now is just a bonus, but I would like to get half century and wave my bat.
I did a selection in Angelique. She got muddled, she says.
Good muddled.
Fiery Nick Nightjar.
Die zijn het niet keep it.
Which one?
First was like a bit lower. Maybe first of like
Some eyes.
further down.
The little Ewoks.
We'll see then.
Signal breakup, we should be better again shortly.
to go, that's 10 minutes to go.
10 minutes and counting. Let's have a look here quickly. Not seeing anything, but let's give it a few seconds. Here we go. Oh no, we've had this one already. What are you doing out? It's dark. You're supposed to be sleeping. No luck. A little squirrel popping out.
Just got an email in from Alan, trying to help you to your 50. He said, during the break, we saw Egyptian goose flying over the left corner of Gowrie Dam. And can't remember if we had it earlier, but we had actually. But yeah, people trying to help you to your 50.
Thank you, Alan. I appreciate the gesture. We did have Egyptian goose earlier. It's good spotting there. It shows you watching even the corners of what we can see. I was hoping for some bush babies here, but no luck. Just a squirrel responding, funny enough. But we've got probably, I guess, 7 minutes now or something like that.
Here we go.
Come on, we have to get 50. 9.
Oh.
Plenty of time. We can get 60.
Take a break.
Yeah, we can take a little. We're going to take an 8-minute break and come back to you just now. Get right in there. If it stays, we'll try and get closer, but this might be able to ID actually. See it right, there's like a little cavern in the bush. A little bit up from that branch, a little bit up there. Right in. Bingo! See, we've got incredible hearing. Look at the big ears. But of course, I think the most noticeable thing about these little guys, the big eyes. And I will tell no lies, but through all our tries, we are at 50.
Let's go see if we can find that other thing.
The other thing, with a long tail.
See after dark.
Oh, nice one. Let's just wait for that one, but I'm sure.
The Patricia Valerie, David, and Robert, with Lisa Bushbaber.
Yes.
Oh, we gotta go. Also, Jan and Pat and Claire and Easton.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Lesser bush baby. Or a galago, depending on the pronunciation. That brings up 50. Oh, I'm happy. Anything from now truly is just a bonus.
Going to help you please and Robin and Antique and Jane and Ryan and Mike and Cheryl, Michael, all of the famous Patricia.
Lesser bush baby. Now there's a little thing that lives around here that we need to find. Come on. Come on, little thing. Are you thinking about the same thing I'm thinking about, Pete?
Maybe? I don't know. I can't tell
I was going to say that. Oh, there's two things I wouldn't mind finding around here. Either of them would be great.
The big spotted thing, next time just there with Brandon's trying.
The big spotted thing would be
last Thursday.
Is it? Well, they were around here today. This is where they were left this morning. But I think Mum would have moved on, so they'd be hiding. But
Here one. There's something.
good. What did you see?
Here's.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not kind of.
Oh yeah.
Unless you can see it, but it's not like.
Try something. Bit of a difficult try, but I'll give it a shot. I'll give it 30 seconds or so. In fact, I'm going to keep the lights off. We've got a nice bit of silhouette there. If I'm lucky, it might land in this tree. And as soon as it lands, I'll put more lights in it. So excuse the bit of darkness, but you can see the bit of silhouette. It's not moving, but it is staying where it's calling from. So let's go try and find it. One of the most camouflaged birds there are, so very difficult to find. I was hoping it might come and investigate the call I was making, maybe thinking that there's another one around, but not working. So we will go looking for it. Quick look down in here. Come closer. Not saying anything now. Somewhere in those bushes. Just sort of like trying to spot a needle and saying it's somewhere in that haystack. Let's see if we can spot it from over here. So maybe we shouldn't try too long.
Minutes to go, 3 minutes to go.
3. Something hopping. Yeah, I'm also looking for hopping things, so we don't.
Hoping for hopping.
Hopping for hopping. Ah! Shh! Pieter, don't make noise. It might hop away. Oh no, it's eating. It's happy. It's grazing. Ah, look at the perfect shadow, huh?
Yeah.
I think Mr. Hefner would enjoy that picture. Big ears. Alright, we've got 2 minutes to go. While we wait for the ID on this one, that'll take us to 51 if we get the ID right. Still a chance of finding the other thing we wanted to find around here. I did smell it here, so maybe there's been some markings going on. Hey! Scrub here. 51. Okay, come on. Got a minute and a half to go. Get your fingers on those buttons. If we do spot something, it might be coming down to the typing. As long as we get the email in by 6:30.
No, there's time until tomorrow for the emails, eh?
Hey?
We need to spot it by 6:30.
Oh, we just have to spot it by 6:30.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we can go to the last millisecond. Until Lisa cuts us off.
Sam and Daisy and Linda and Robin. Don't worry. I can't keep myself, so don't worry, but thank everybody because there's a whole bunch of people coming in.
Thanks everybody for all the names, all the scrub hair spotting, scrub hair IDing. Oh, alright, so there's a vehicle here, but let's see, maybe they've missed something that we can find.
Thank you from Pieter was on here actually for the drive.
Thank you for the thank you. Has been a fun one. Is a fun one. We've got, I presume, about a minute to go.
seconds.
45 seconds. That's cutting it down to the last second.
Seconds.
25 seconds. Come on. 15.
And at the beep, it will be exactly 18:30.
Game over. Oh, and there's a leopard in the road. Just kidding. I wish. Then we'd stay out here longer and follow her around. But no leopard. It's one of the things I was hoping to find. I was hoping that we might find gorilla and the cubs. They were Twin Dams area, but alas, couldn't find him, her, and him. Two males and a female. But we could find 51 other things with spines. So it was quite a fun afternoon. Lots of activity right at the end here. The two nocturnal ones, and I guess the nightjar was a nice surprise as well with the bush baby and the scrub hair. And as always, thank you very much for joining us. It was a lot of fun. I almost feel like we shouldn't stop yet. It really was, as all races so far have been. I always look forward to them, and I always know they will be fun. But once you get into the whole sort of excitement of it, it's actually a lot of fun. So thanks for joining. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for all the emails. Everyone on Drive, even if you just sat back and enjoyed the antics and the fun. It really was fantastic. Pete, thank you very much. Great having you on the vehicle behind the camera as well.
Pleasure.
And Alicia in final control, checking all those emails. Thank you very much. You've got something coming up tonight. Pete, you want to say something quickly now, or are you going to...
Yeah, no, we're going to have a fireside chat. We'll try to get it started 6:45, but we're quite far from camp, so... but if the fire is there and the microphones are on, and then we'll put the camera on, so 6:45, maybe a couple of minutes later, we'll be on the fireside chat. So we hope to see you then as well.
If we were doing insects, I could try and get this thing out of my eye and we could count it, but unfortunately they've got exoskeletons. So for now we're just going to say goodbye. We're going to head back to camp. We're a little bit far away, but we should be there just now, check things, and we'll get Pieter around the fire quite soon. So we'll see you again just now. From my side, Pieter, thank you very much. It's been a fantastic and a very fun afternoon. 51, that's a score to beat for Mark tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.